Hey guys, this is Kenny Pop. I know it's a little bit late for me to say this, but Merry Christmas! Woohoo! And Happy Early New Year, depending when you watch this video. But anyhow, I hope you guys have a great time and a great year. I wish you guys luck still. So since I finished watching all of my fall anime, I decided to rank them, and I happened to watch and complete 5 of them. So I will rank them from 5 being the worst to 1 being the best. So let's get starting, shall we? Number 5 being the worst anime I watched this season, and probably being the most disappointed one I watched this whole entire year, have to go to Project K Return of Kings. Congratulations, Project K! You made it to my top list of worst anime I watched this season and the year. Congratulations for that! First of all, I'm a Project K fan. I watched its first season and the movie, so I was really excited and hyped for the second season to come out. Oh boy, it didn't hold up to my expectation one bit. It wasn't even near my expectation and my hype. It didn't live up to my hype at all. One thing I really liked about the first season was the fight between the Blue and the Red King. It was an amazing fight. Second season, 2 of the fight between the kings were not as excited as I thought it would be. So where there's the conclusion fight where everything starts to wrap up, their fight didn't seem to even last that long. It seemed like they talked majority of the time, and like the way that they defeated their opponent was like within a minute or something. Such a disappointment. There was nothing in this season. There wasn't a lot of action going on, and even so, their story plot was okay, but it wasn't. That's all I can say with. But not only that, the fan service, that's something that I have to say. Their fan service is so forced, In the first season, yes, Neko run around naked a lot of times, but I don't feel like it would distract me from the story. It wouldn't distract me from the fight. But this thing, I feel like all of their fan service are just shoving it up my face when I'm watching it. And when I was watching a fight, especially between a female and a male, you just realize and you just can't help but get distracted and see how ridiculous their boobs are bouncing and their butts is everywhere. Everywhere! So, I don't mind fan service, but I feel like it's so forced and unnecessary in so many scenes. So, since I kind of rant about that, if you guys want to check out the series and enjoy the torture yourselves, go ahead, but I'm not gonna recommend this season for anyone. Haha. Number 4 goes to Young Black Jack. It's a very enjoyable series. You don't have to watch the original one to watch this, because I didn't, but I still like it. Young Black Jack focus around medical stuff, so if you're really into it, then go for it, because I love learning about medicine and the human body and all those stuff, biology and chemistry, so it was really nice for me watching this, and I did have a fun ride with it. One thing that I really like about Black Jack is, first, animation. It was so pretty. The animation is really fluid, and it's a very pretty animation. Number 2. I really liked how the fact that they talk about real life situations like the Vietnam War and the Civil Rights Movement. Because of that, you get to see the perspective of people who actually are involved with it, and you'd be like, oh, I get why he's going through that, or oh, I get why you're doing that, but it doesn't seem right. You start to feel connected to those characters because you can relate to them and you kind of understand why they're acting the way they are. And you have a more detailed understanding of the people who are involved in those situations. That's something I really like. Because come on, think about it. Nowadays, you barely see anime that talk about real life situations like Martin Luther King Jr. and the Vietnam War. They talk a little bit about it, but they wouldn't spend like 2 episodes on the event itself. So that was some really nice thing I really liked. And this is actually just like a 12 episodes, so it's pretty short, and I really like if you guys check it out. Nothing much. It's like a more of a relaxing one, except for the last arc. Oh my god, that thing was oof. But yeah, it let you see the happy part of the world, and it let you see the darker part of the world. So that's something that I really admire about this episode. Number 3 goes to a corpse is buried under Sakurako's feet. I'm not even trying to pronounce the Japanese name because I know I'm gonna butcher it, but this series is pretty enjoyable for those of you who really like mystery and into mystery. But if you guys watched Detective Conan beforehand and then you watch this, I think your skills as a detective will actually improved a lot. Because when I was watching this, my Detective Conan's like mode was like on all the time. I'd be like, look at little things. But beside that, the animation in here was so pretty. My first impression on the first episode was like the way the animation is. Oh, it was so beautiful. But overall, as a series for the animation, it was really high quality. Depending on the majority of the episode is, but there are sometimes it was kind of okay, but it wasn't so bad. As a story plot, I mean, I didn't know what the story plot is till the very last 2 episodes, since the majority of the time they're just solving cases each episode, and I was like, okay, I'm just enjoying this as it go by. But I really have no clue what their main goal is until the very last 2 episodes where they introduce you to the main villains. Hopefully we have a second season to know more about the villain, since they give us so small detail about him, and he seemed like a very cool person. But yeah, and something that kind of annoyed me in a way is that the series makes Sakurako seem so smart and intelligent, which I love it, but at the same time the characters that around her seem to be stupid. They don't know what's happening. They don't know how to solve things. Even police are like those people, like the policeman in here. He doesn't seem to do anything in here. He seems to be useless. So I was like, I wish there's more people besides Sakurako who can actually solve cases or are smart enough to use their brain to think a little bit, just a little bit. So yeah, that's all the complaint I have. The opening is beautiful. Soundtrack is really nice in here. And yeah, that's so woohoo. Number 2 goes to Noragami Aragato. This anime did held up to its expectation, so I'm not gonna complain much. I love their opening. Their opening is so good. So and it's a very catchy one. Animation wise, I mean, it's okay the majority of the time. It wasn't really bad and it wasn't so good. But when it comes to the fighting scene, their animation is beautiful. So, in here, in this season, they focus more on Yato development and Bishonen rather than the other characters, since the first season it focused on more of Yukine. But this Bishonen and Yato, they answer us the questions that we have from the first season, which is why the hell is Bishonen mad and hate Yato in the first place? Now let's answer. Something I have to point out when I was watching this, the anime really followed through the manga till the kind of like the last 2 episodes. So yeah, that's for something, but it's still good. It isn't some major changes, but it's still good. So yeah, but other than that, I really enjoyed the season, and I don't really have that much to complain about. Number 1 goes to One Punch Man. I guess this is something that most of you guys weren't gonna be surprised about, because a lot of people said this is really hyped and it's really good, and I do agree on it. It's actually a breathtaking series. I love its animation. So yesterday I just found out that the animators doesn't hand draw out the scenes. They actually use the computer instead. So that was something new I just learned. But I really enjoy the comedy in here and their fighting scene. Their fighting scene is absolutely amazing. And you just can't help but love Saitama and the other characters in here. You just can't help but love them. Out of the whole entire anime on this list, I really recommend you guys One Punch Man for those of you who have not even started on it and have no idea what's going about. Just go out and check out the series because it's so great. It's so beautiful. And I think you guys will actually enjoy the series too. So, woohoo! Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Comment below if you actually agree to my list or you have something else in mind. And what is your favorite anime you actually enjoyed watching this season? Something that you don't like? Project K. So, yay, I would like to actually know your thoughts on the fall season anime. So, yeah, have a great day wherever you are, and adios, guys.